Hi. We're trying out my new camera and mic from Cat Dad. And there we go. This camera is following me around as I move. It's kind of creepy. You'll have to tell me what you think. I can pause it too, so. Hey, Nicole. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. I got a mic for Christmas. I tied my hair back, so hopefully it doesn't get in the microphone. We'll see. I noticed that I touch my hair a lot too, so hopefully this will help with that. Hey, Rhea. Hey, Roberta. Hi, Beth. I'm just hemming the sleeves on the nightgown that I made for Emily while I was waiting on everyone to join. Hey, Brittany. Hopefully my sniffles will stay away long enough for me to be live with y'all. I needed to hem these sleeves real quick so that I can change the thread color in the cover stitch for today's pattern. And I'm gonna turn the move-in camera on and y'all can tell me if it's like too much, because if I'm moving around it's gonna follow, and if it's too much I'll turn it back off. So we'll try it out and see. I played with it yesterday. I think it'll be okay, but it's probably going to move a bunch since I'm not looking directly at the camera. But never get two at the same time. Yeah. We discovered that Cheese likes to play fetch, and I've never had a cat that plays fetch. Like, I know Donut will play fetch with Brittany, but he will only... Hey, Lauren. Let's see if I can pause this. Come on. There we go. I'm not sure what it's called, but now it's not wanting to pause for me either. There we go. Maybe. Cat Dad got it for me for Christmas, and it's like from TikTok Shop, and it basically connects to my phone, but it tracks my face. And so it moves around as my face moves around. I'm trying to make it stop moving, but it's not wanting to pause. I'm not sure what it's doing. It's just blinking at me. And it's still following me. But anyway. That's cool, Nicole. Yeah, Cheese will play fetch, but he'll only play fetch with one toy. And he lost that toy. It's a mouse that was attached to the cat tree. and it came with like a replacement one. So last night I cut the other one off so he could have a mouse to play fetch with. But it has like a rock or a bell or something inside of it, so it makes a sound when you throw it. And I think that's what what it is. So anyway, how's my sound? Nicole said it sounds good. Hopefully this will help when I'm over here too, because as I'm further away from the camera, Nikki was telling me that she couldn't hear me, so hopefully this will help. Awesome. What do we think about the camera moving? Because I don't know how to make it stop if it doesn't recognize the, like, to make it stop, you're supposed to hold your palm up and it'll turn off, but it's just flashing. Maybe I need to cover my face. There it goes. It stopped finally. And then to turn it back on, you just make like the OK symbol. But yeah, Cat Dad got me that camera thing and a mic set that came with 2 mics. Yeah, Lauren, I think so too. I think it would be better if I was like at my table cutting and it would walk, like as I walk, it would follow me. But sitting here as I'm moving back and forth, I think it'll make everyone dizzy. Plus, I can see it moving in the screen too. But he got me a mic set. Yay, I'm glad. And then he also got me a ring light mount that I have the camera on. And so that's why it's really bright over here, because it was like kind of dark in the corner. And then he also got me like a stick mount for my other table, which I'm hoping will help when I'm doing like pre-recorded stuff. So he was good to me for Christmas. The camera thing also came with a remote, which I think will be super helpful for taking photos. And oh yeah, hey Allison, the pegboard is just a pegboard from Lowe's, and I spray painted it purple, and then Cat Dad helped me build the frame for it, and we put it on the wall just to kind of glam it up a bit and make it look nice. And then I ordered the hooks that all my thread is in from Amazon, as well as these cup things are from Amazon. And then that is just a traditional like thread rack you can get at like Joann, and I hung it on the board. Oh, that's awesome, Lauren. Thanks. Playing WoW, healing raids, but listening. You deserve to play WoW, Brittany. Rhea, you finally got it open? I couldn't even imagine. I would have never got it open. Yeah, Allison, I'm a big fan of purple. As you can tell, we custom stained my top, and the purple on the pegboard matches the purple on the wall. So, okay, let's get to the real reason why we're here today. And of course, I left the one I had finished over on the table. So I'm going to grab it and be right back. Okay. So last Sunday, when Brittany and I were live making our boxers, I had went ahead and made one version of the tank. So this is it. And I made it on purpose because I was wearing it under my cardigan that I had made, I think it was 2 weeks ago. But this is the 24/7 tank, and it's a pattern from Patterns for Pirates. I put the link in the description. But it has man panties. Yeah, Rhea. But it has an option for oh, sorry. It has an option for the low front and high back, or high front, high back, and then of course you can mix and match. And then there's a straight straps option or a racer back option. So I did the low front, high back option on this one with straight straps. Beth, I'm pretty sure that this is a rayon spandex, the red one. It's not cotton lycra. It might also be like a bamboo spandex, but it's really lightweight. And then I started but didn't finish one for Chloe that was going to be part of her Christmas, but it just got away from me. But this is the high neck, low back option with the straight straps. And maybe this is rayon and this is bamboo, because this is kind of silky feeling and it's really drapey. It's very soft. So I was making her like a pajama set. This one is, so this one's finished too. I just have to hem it, which I'll have to change the thread and the cover stitch for that. And then I cut her a matching pair of shorts to go with it. Thanks, Lauren. I apologize now in advance if I sniffle a lot. I took quite a bit of allergy medicine, but it's keeping me from sneezing constantly, which is a good thing. But I still feel very stuffy. Chloe and Emily both have upper respiratory infections. And as y'all have probably heard me say, I've been struggling since we got the kittens with allergies and my eyes itching and stuff. And my eyes are pretty much better. But I've had like this cough, sinus, whatever, pretty much ever since we got them. And it's not going away. It's not getting any worse, but it's not getting any better either. So I don't know. So today's version that we're going to be making is for me, and it's a double brush polyester, or a DBP. Y'all know that's my favorite base, in this super adorable kitty print. And I'm going to be making the high neck, low back version for myself. And then I don't know if I'll get to it before another live, but I want to make like a cardigan, or yeah, Rhea, the things we do for the kitties. Marlena's out here having a fit too. I don't know. There she is. She wants in my lap, but I can't sew with her in my lap. Maybe she'll purr for you, Rhea. You gonna purr for Rhea? Okay. So I made her get down. So I do really like this pattern. I had never made it before until I made the red one. I don't usually make tanks because I stay so cold. So I usually do uh, long sleeves or 3/4 sleeves, even like for summer stuff. But I thought I used the red on my cardigan that I made a couple of lives ago. So I thought it was a good option for the tank because then I could wear it under the cardigan. Um, so there aren't a lot of pieces for this, and outside of hemming the bottom, which you could do on a traditional domestic, you could do all of this on a serger. I will use my cover stitch to hem it, but it's a front and a back and 3 bands. And there's a couple options for the bands as well. You can do thin bands or thick bands. So I'm doing the thin band option. And when I made my red one, I didn't think I would want a high neck option. But then after I put Chloe's together, it was super cute. I was like, oh, well, maybe I will make myself one. So all I'm going to do is move the camera a little bit so that you can see more of the serger and tilt it down some. But I'm putting my fronts right sides together. Let's see if I can bring it down. Yay! We'll get up close and personal. Oop. Yeah. And tilt the light up some. Okay. Y'all have to tell me how that looks. So I put my fronts right sides together, and then we're just gonna stitch the strap seam of the shoulder together. Helps if I turn the machine on. And I probably should use white for this, but I'm going to use my fairy floss. It's on the inside and it's pretty, and this is for me. So let me see. There we go. Oh, well, maybe the serger is going to make it shake. If it's too bad, I'll move it. No time to try out new things like on a live. I may have to make myself like a mat to go under the serger. Maybe it'll absorb some of the vibration. Oh, that's awesome, Roberta. I was super excited to see your first video go up. I hope everyone had a good Christmas if they celebrated. If not, I hope everyone had some good downtime. I myself am looking forward to having another week at home. Emily comes home this evening. So I'll be happy to see her. And I think I'm going to participate in the New Year's Eve mystery sew along with Jess from So Many Creations. I have quite a bit of cork that I got from her when I was at Lauren's in August last year. And then I'm also going to, I haven't heard Lauren or Brittany say, but I'm assuming there will be a NCW New Year's Eve something. So I'm going to cut something out for that too. I was hoping that Chloe was going to come spend some time with me this week while she was out of school. I was going to get her to do the New Year's Eve sew along with me. But she's going to spend a couple days with my mom, and then I don't know what all she's doing. Basically, she already had plans, so, and that's fine as long as she's enjoying her break. Regular thread on my serger. It's from Wizardry, Roberta. This one is the spun polyester Tex 30. On her website, she actually has it listed out like for sergers or domestics or industrials, which is super, but it also has like the text weights on there. Yeah, busy teens, Rhea, it never changes. You're waiting on Lauren to decide on the NCW. Okay. Next, after we do our shoulder seams, we're still right sides together. We're going to clip down the side and sew that together. So that'll be next. I need to do an order too, Roberta. I need a backup fairy floss for my industrial. It's the one I use the most, but I also want to get some more colors for my serger since I'm doing all of these, which I have all of the ones up there. And I thought I had a fourth red cone, but Chloe said she didn't have it, so I don't know. I would normally go a lot faster, but the faster I go, the more vibration I get. So I think I'm going to have to get me like a freestanding tripod to put the mount on so that it doesn't vibrate from the table. Because y'all have to tell me how bad it is. I can see it in the video, like on my computer, but slower is better for you, Beth. Okay. So all I did was sew down that side. And then I'm going to come over to the other side and do the other one. This is the first thing I want to sew on. Hey, this is a good one, Beth. This would be a great one for your serger. You'll be whipping out new clothes in no time. Does anyone have any fancy New Year's Eve plans? I plan on sewing. We're not going out or anything. So for our 3 bands, I just folded them right sides together, and we're gonna sew the short edge for all 3. So that's all I'm doing. I did move my good chair over here. It's so comfy. Okay. So now, we have 2 for our sleeves, and then the longer one is our neckband. So we'll start with that one. My chair came with like an extra mouse pad, but it's a bigger one. I may get it and put it under my machine and see if that helps. So all I'm going to do is fold the band wrong sides together on the long loop. A gaming mouse pad. Yes, okay. I'm going to get it and put it under the serger, and we'll see how that helps. I have the big one over here under my computer, so I could always move it because I really don't need it over there. And then I could probably, it's big enough, I could probably set my serger and my cover stitch both on it. So I'm just clipping these all the way around, and this will make our neckband. And then once I get it clipped together, where my seam is in this will eventually be our back, but I like to hold that clip until it makes this loop. And then right here at the bottom, that's where I mark my center because that's our half. So I'll put a clip right there. And then I'll take and match those 2 clips. And then hold it like this until it makes another loop. And then I'll put another clip there. And then flip it over. and do the same thing on the other side. And then usually I'll try to use the same color clips for my 4/4. But that orange one is my front center, and it's the only one I have that's orange on here, so it'll be fine. Once we have those, we're going to take and find the center of our front and our back, and we're going to do that just by putting our seams together. And then clip in the middle. And same thing on the back. Okay. Then once we have our clips for our centers, front and back, we can put those two together to find our sleeve center, because it is not the seam. So here's my seam, here's my center. Okay. So once we have those four, then we can start attaching our band. And we'll attach our band in those 4 spots first and then fit the rest of it in. And we do that so that you don't get a bunch of stretching. I don't know what that sounds like on the mic since I can't hear it, but sorry. If you stretch too much in one place along your neckband, it will kind of bunch together like that is. Now this one is going to bunch together some just because it's not pulled when you're wearing it. But if you stretch it too much as you're attaching it, it will look like that even after you put it on. Giving Beth all the good tips. Okay. So I'm going to go grab this mouse pad over here before I do anything else. And I guess y'all can hear me since I'm mic'd up. That's kind of fun. When I got my chair, it came with a mouse pad. I wish it had been purple. But it's fine. Beth, you're taking notes? Move all the dust out from under there. Whew. Okay. There we go. Oh, there's my brush. These little brushes came with my machines, and Emily likes to play with them. And I don't know why, but... And of course, when you're sewing clothing, especially when a serger, it gets really dusty. So I try to brush it out pretty regular. Okay. So now, let's see, I think I got it maybe a little too close. There we go. Doesn't give me enough space to show y'all what I'm doing. All right, so because I'm making the high front option, this is my front with the purple clip, and the pink clip is my back. So I'm going to start with the back, and I'm going to start with my seam on my back. And these cats are actually directional. So I've got my cats going the right way and I'm attaching them um, because when we flip it up, they'll still be the right way. So when they're looking at you and you're attaching them, you want them to still be going the right way. And then when you flip it over, it'll still be the right way. Okay, so I did my back seam. And then I'm going to come over here to my center, which is this orange one. We're going to match it up with the front center. And then we'll come over here to our sleeve center and match that clip up with our center. And then now all of this in between should fit in there fairly easily with I mean, you're going to have to pull your band a little bit to make it fit, but it shouldn't be like a tug. If it is, you either didn't cut it the right length, your fabric doesn't have the required stretch for the pattern, or I've even cut like if you're using a fabric that has like a two-way stretch instead of a four-way stretch, um, I've cut my band the wrong direction on my fabric before, and then it won't stretch enough to fit. Now, double brush poly typically has four-way stretch. I'm sure there's some that doesn't. This actually has four-way stretch, but the vertical stretch is not as much as the horizontal stretch. Meaning that like if I pull something this way, it has more stretch than if I pull it this way. So you could even see that in my shirt. There's not as much, there is stretch this way, but not as much as when I pull it this way. And typically with clothes, you want the horizontal stretch to be really high because that's the part that goes across your body, obviously. So now we can come over here and clip our other sleeve center. Beth, I watched your Scoops Ahoy tutorial this morning while I was getting ready. I say this morning, it was actually lunchtime. So, Beth, you've seen my fabric wall. The majority of all of my fabric on my wall is from So English, but they're not in business anymore. And but there's Amanda's Bundles. She has 30% off sale right now on bundles and pre-cuts. I love her fabrics. And then, but these cats are actually from Joann's. I got them on sale, and of course, it's cats. So, and then, of course, a lot of your customs groups have double brush poly as well. Like I know Jen's Fabrics has it. So, but you're going to pay a lot more for it if you're buying customs. I don't. With coupons in the sale, I think I probably paid like $4 a yard for these cats, which is really cheap. I don't typically buy knits from Joann's. If I do, I try to stick to the double brush poly. They're they have a line of, yeah, Beth, try your Joann. They have like last chance clearance, and you just have to look. It'll say on the tag like double brushed polyester. Cause and I'll get it in a minute. I have it's like a purple leopard. I made it's a double brush polyester, and I know they still have it at Joann's, and it's on clearance. It's pretty good. So, oh, that's okay, Nikki. We're just making a tank, and I'm giving Beth lots of notes because she wants to make this as her first pattern. I don't know how she feels about leopard, but I'm going to show her my leopard in a minute that she can get at her Joann's. But yeah, it was on sale. I think it was last chance clearance, and I had coupons and stuff too. So and all right, so we have our neckband clipped on. This is what it looks like, a lot of clips. And then I always like to start at my back seam. I just feel like it's not in the front and it's a good place. So we had some crazy weather here in Alabama last night. We were under tornado warnings for several hours. And then the town, like 40 miles from us, had a tornado touchdown. Lots of trees down and damage and stuff. We didn't get any damage here, just lots of rain. So that's good. But crazy thing, we walk out on the front porch this morning and you could hear something in the in the driveway, but you couldn't see it because of the way the house is positioned. And so Cat Dad walked over there, and the mail lady had tried to drive across the yard to the other driveway and got stuck. And there was a tow truck in the driveway pulling her out. And I'm like, why would she drive across the yard? Like, there's a driveway. Yeah. Now, and what's so bad is, well, number one, it's wet, so she got stuck. But number two, the yard that she was driving across is ours, but it goes to the empty lot, which is also ours. So there's no house. Like, we have a mailbox for that house, but it's on the road right next to the other mailbox. So I mean, we drive through the yard too, but not when it's wet, because we know it'll get stuck. But anyway, doesn't look like my mouse pad helped any. So as I'm sewing these together, I just make sure that those layers stay together, and then I usually always sew with my neckband on top, and I just give it like a little bit of a tug so that it stays flush, but you don't want to, like I said, pull too much. That's how you'll get wrinkles. Yeah. I don't know what she was thinking. He went out there and talked to her. And then on top of that, like, she didn't even bother to, like, come knock on the door and say, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I got stuck in your yard. There's a tow truck coming." So the tow truck driver was like, "You didn't tell the homeowner?" Yeah, she did at least apologize. I mean, there's not any, it's just a rut. I mean, it's not like awful. It'll go away in a, I haven't walked out there to look at it since he pulled her out. I feel like this angle is better for seeing the surgery and what I'm doing, though. So I'll have to figure out a way to mount the camera that's not on the table. Because I definitely think this is a good angle. Marlena's having a fit that I'm not holding her. Oh, good. Thanks, Beth. No, ma'am. Over there, wherever you say. Yeah, Nikki. So you weren't here for the intro where I had the camera on. Cat Dad got me. It's like a gimbal tracker thing. He got it off TikTok Shop, but it like tracks my face. So as I look around, it makes the camera move. I turned it off just because I was moving around a lot. So, um, but I think if I was like standing at my table cutting something out, um, it would be really cool. But for sitting here, um, because I want it to focus on the machine and not my face, I turned it off. Really, sister? Oh, yeah. I'll turn it back on before I end the live so you can see it. Sister, your murder muffins hurt. Okay, neckband done. Go, Rhea. I can't wait to see it. Now we are going to repeat that same process with our shorter bands for the armholes. So I'm just going to fold the long edges, wrong sides together, and clip. And we'll do that same 4-clip process. There will be less clips. Typically, sleeves and armholes they're more of a 1-to-1 ratio, so you don't stretch them as much. with neck bands, it's usually 85 to 90% of the opening. Beth, write that down. So, like, if you don't know what length to cut your band, you can measure the circle opening of your neckband, like neck hole, and then multiply that opening by 85 or 90%. And use that measurement for your length of your band. I don't know what that ratio is, but it's not 1-to-1, obviously. So, like, if you had a fabric that didn't have as much stretch, you would probably want to use like a 90% as opposed to something like this where it has quite a bit of stretch and you could use like 85. And the reason for it to be that way is so that it lays nice and flat when you're wearing it, but you don't want it to be like floppy. Lots of good information for Beth. Maybe she'll bless us with a tutorial in her new year with her serger usage. Okay, my cats are printed or directional, so right side up. And I'm just matching the seam of our band to the underarm seam on my tank. And then, let's see, this yellow clip is pretty much my center. And then move this one over for center. Well, I didn't really move it over far enough, did I? There we go. All right. And then should have did that part before I clipped it on there, huh? Getting ahead of myself. Okay. Let's see. And then I also like to lay that seam the same way as I did when I attached my neckband, so it lays flat. When I was making Chloe's, I didn't clip the center or something, and then I got to one part and I had like a whole bunch left and I couldn't work it in. I just took all the clips off and started over. And then it matched up perfect the second time around. I don't know what I was doing. It's also easier for me a lot of times is I'll lay it right there and I'll put my hand on it and then pull it with the other hand and clip. You just don't have enough hands. At least I don't. I got to figure out what we're having for dinner tonight. Cat Dad made dinner last night, which was fairly easy enough. I had made some ribs in the oven the other day and cooked them for a long time. And so we had leftover ribs, but then he made these scalloped potatoes to go with it last night, and they were so good. But it was just a box that I had picked up from Aldi. Like, all you had to do was add milk and butter to it. They were really good. I kept talking about them. He was like, "You really like the potatoes, huh?" They were really good. I'm sure whatever you make will be amazing, Rhea. If not, you can just go get a chicken from Whole Foods to go with you. Is it latkes? Did I say that right? You have to tell me my pronunciation. In my head, I want to say like lot cakes, but I know that's not right. Like, I want to call it a cake, which I guess in a way it kind of is, but latkes. Okay. Latkes. Latkes? Did I say that right? I am horrible with pronunciations. So, yeah. Except for Beth, we can't hear you. Y'all can hear me. And my sniffles. Oh, yay! Let's see. Rhea, if you give me a like pronunciation, I could probably do it, but yeah, I got ham. Ham and stashin. Did I get it right? Um, I have since I haven't been feeling good with my sniffles, I've been watching a lot of TV laying in the bed. And and I've been watching FBI International. Um, and they are in, to me, I've always thought it was Budapest, but in the show they call it Budapest. But anyway, they're always going to different places, and since they're in Europe, um, ooh, Rhea, I'm down. I love some Nutella. Uh, Speaking of Nutella, oh, funny story time. Emily loves Nutella too, and she's not a fan of school lunch unless it's pizza day or hot dog day. And um, and occasionally hamburgers. So she takes a Nutella sandwich for lunch, just bread with Nutella on it. So for Christmas, um, one of the presents that I gave the girls was a bag full of, it was like a small, not a bag full, but a small gift bag. And I had made them each a scarf. And they each got one of the mini verse balls. And Chloe got strawberry yogurt covered almonds from Sam's. They're very good. We like them a lot. That was her thing. But Emily got 2 of the big jumbo jar. It was like a 2-pack. I got it at Sam's of Nutella, and that was in her bag. And she had a come apart. But the other day, she tried to make herself a fluff sandwich. And it was so funny because Shane was cooking dinner and he was like, girl, I'm cooking dinner. And she got all bent out of shape and she come out here and she told me that he threw her sandwich away. But when she went in the house to make the sandwich, she was going in the house to make a bologna sandwich. But that's not what she made. And he didn't throw her sandwich away. He just stopped her from making it because he was cooking. And then Chloe pipes in and was like, well, mom makes us fluff sandwiches. And I'm like, no, mom made fluff and peanut butter sandwiches. So. Rhea, I forgot I made you a moderator so you can post links. That's too funny. And I've been sitting here seeing that your name is Blue the whole time. I'll have to look up the recipe after I'm done. I wonder if I hold this, if it will. No, it didn't help. I could tell it didn't help. Okay. I'm trying to remember not to go fast. Hey, Samantha. The polar freeze. Oof. You want a PB&J now? It was super warm here in Alabama yesterday, so much so I was telling them we had tornado warnings. It rained all day. It hasn't done anything today. And Alexa, what's the temperature?
Good evening, Elizabeth. Right now, it's 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 48 degrees. By the way, you have 2 new notifications. Do you want to hear them?
Y'all have to tell me if I get in trouble for using Alexa on the live. But yeah, we had like the front door open and the window open this morning. Using Alexa should be fine. Okay. I don't know what I was reading. Okay, moving on. We're stitching the other side. I don't ever set mine off, or at least I haven't so far. So watch me do it now. Now I have heard her like ding that I have notifications, but it's usually something ridiculous anyway. She doesn't give me good notifications. Oh yeah, we like our cats, Nikki. Since Marlena's been out here with me, maybe I'll take my picture of my shirt with her. Let's see. Probably. I have a set of magnets on my refrigerator in the kitchen that it's like cat tails. Like you cut their cut the like the back leg. It's got like the back legs and the tail, and it sticks on the fridge. Me and my little needle thing are struggling today. Oh, that went way over there. decorative magnets. I finally found a reason for why I need the second one. Well, this side is not wanting to cooperate, pulling through. There we go. Got it. All right, Beth, here we go. We just have to hem now. High neck, scoop back. I don't know if the mic picked up my back popping, but that would be really awesome. Thanks, Allison. All right, now I have to change the thread over here. I should move the camera up close so Brittany can learn to thread her cover stitch, so she'll start using it. Marlena, go play with the catnip. Oh, I don't even need a third one. Or a fourth one. I only need kitty strap-ins. I'm going to have to check that out, Nikki, because I need some kitty strap-ins. That'll be cute. Let's see. I didn't figure red would be a good option for hemming my white tank top. So we'll go with the white. I needed to change it anyway, but I gotta hem Chloe's still, but it'll have to be. Nikki, that's funny. Yeah. It's my shirt. You're just being obnoxious today, aren't you? It's so funny when Cheese is playing fetch. Porter wants to play too, but he's not as aggressive. And so Cheese typically dominates, and you cannot be on the keyboard. So I was like holding him down and like petting him so Porter could have a minute to play, and he just gets so jealous and he just sits there and cries. Yeah, I don't wear this one much because I got it a little small in this like right here. But I was trying to figure out what I was going to wear today, And I was like, I need something comfy, and this looked like a good option. I did order um, some more knit fabric. I think it was yesterday. I took the plunge. I get text alerts from Amanda's Bundles, and she's having a sale right now. So yesterday was 20% off of bundles and pre-cuts. So I got uh, a couple bundles from her, and I got some black brushed waffle, and I had wore my shirt that I made out of my brushed waffle the other day, and I really like it a lot. Um, so I'm excited for that. But so yesterday's sale was 20% off, but today it's 30. So here comes the fun part of me trying to thread these needles. Where? Maybe with my fancy ring light, I'll be able to see it now so I can actually thread it. But I also cheat and use a pair of tweezers. I mean, if it works, right? So, all right, 2 down, 1 to go. 5:17. Doing good on time. Come on, there we go. I feel like changing the thread on my cover stitch is easier than my serger because I can usually just tie it off to the previous spool and pull it through. I can thread it. I taught myself how to thread it when I first got it. I had to, but it also has the thread path like on it. So I don't find it too awfully difficult. Beth, one thing that I want to learn to do is overlocked seams. You see them a lot on, well, my leggings actually have it, where the outside seam is overlocked stitched. I want to learn to do that. That's something I've never done. So I have a pair of leggings cut out somewhere that I cannot find anywhere. Like I've had them cut out for a very long time, and I want to make them. And I was going to make them the other day, and I looked for them, and now I can't find them. So I don't know where I've stuck them. They're like a UFO. So anyway, randomness, I know. All right. Yeah, I want to learn how to do it. I'm going to have to teach myself how to do that. Um, I saw where Amanda from Amanda's Bundles is going to be at the Sew Expo, the one that's in Washington, where Brittany and Lauren are going to be teaching. I was like, I wonder if I could talk. Amanda's going to be there, but so is Jessica Rabbit. And they're both really popular in the clothing sewing community. But I know like Nico's going to be there, and Lauren's going to be there, and Brittany. Who else? Somebody else is going to be there. I was like, I wonder if I could talk Cat Dad into us going to Washington. Like, what would he say? He'd probably be like, "You have lost your ever loving mind." Nah, he probably wouldn't. He'd probably be like, "When do we leave?" He is more than happy to take me on trips. So, where? Come on. There we go. Yes, Brittany. Is that yes for me to come to Washington? All right, Beth. As soon as I tie my threads, it's all done. With a little bit of fairy floss on the inside. There it is. Okay. All hemmed. It looks fancy with my fairy floss on the inside. Okay, let's see. What else do I have over here? I have to hem Chloe's and I have to make her shorts. So I'm going to put my lavender thread on the serger. And if y'all want to hang out, I'll keep going. Otherwise, I have finished the tank. That was a lot of work in changing out the thread, but you know what? More than likely, whatever I sew next week will be hemmed in purple. No, I'm just kidding. I'll have to. Maybe I'll hem Chloe's tank real quick and then I'll call it because I'll have to leave to go get Emmy here in just a minute. I'll have to turn the moving camera back on for Nikki to see too. It ought to be super fun to use it to take pictures, though. I'm kind of excited about that. Which I had been using my watch to take pictures. You can put it on like timer mode, and I can mash the button on my watch, and then it gives me like 3 seconds. Which is cool and convenient. I like using my watch for videos. The only problem is, like, once I start recording on my phone, I can push a pause button. But if I mash the button on my phone, it just stops it. It doesn't pause it. So I might have cut that one a little short. Oops. Okay. Let's pull that back up there. Where's my tails? Pull that through. Well. There we go. I probably, the needles in my cover stitch have been in here so long that the paint that marks the needle size is like rubbed off on one of them. That might be a sign that it's time to change your needles. I wonder if Nicole is still here. The puppies are giving her fits still. She got her sewing machine back, so she's probably working on a project. So, well, come on. Trying to get my thread back there. There we go. Got it. Okay. What? I think next week's clothing sew is going to be a hoodie because I got myself some sweatshirt fleece. So I think I'm going to make a hoodie out of it. It's very cuddly. It reminds me of a blanket. Okay, that's done. That's done. No, ma'am. No, no, no. I keep waiting for her to jump up on my chair and claw the arm of it, and then I'm gonna be mad. What are you saying, oh wow, for, Beth? Because I got cuddly sweatshirt fleece? Oh no. I'm so sorry, Nikki. That is the pits. A hoodie sounds intimidating? No. It's not much more to it than what we just did. This, you can do it, Beth. I have faith in you. I cannot sew with you in my face. Oh, I know, Nikki. Sonia Estep Designs has several, and they have the build your own bundle. I looked at those, but I can't see the comments. She is making biscuits, and her biscuits hurt. Her biscuits hurt. She makes murder muffins, just like macaroni. Just like macaroni. I need to clip her claws because it really does. It like hurts. A lot of times she will like get up on my shoulder, and the other day I had like a scratch on my neck from where she got me. I have to watch her. I noticed the camera shaking when I was doing that. Yeah. I don't typically clip her claws because for the like unless I'm out here, she's normally outside. She won't come in the house. So it's crazy to me. Like she will be out here and all up in my business as long as I'm out here. Now, usually she's pretty good and she'll go lay down and go to sleep, but for whatever, like she's in her feels today, apparently. But she'll be all up in my business the whole time I'm out here. But then if I go in the house, she's not coming. So. It's fixing to be 1 year since we got Moose and Macaroni. I told Cat Dad the other day, I was like, can you believe we doubled our cat count in 2024? He was like, no. I'm like, do we get to double it again in 2025? He won't ever admit it, but he's really enjoyed having the kittens, Cheese and Porter, especially now that we've discovered that Cheese plays fetch. We spend like an hour every night playing fetch with the cat. Like the other day, we didn't do anything. I think it was the day after Christmas. Like we literally did nothing. We slept in, we watched a movie, I watched TV, we played fetch. And that's pretty much it. Trying to be slow and gentle with the serger. Maybe I can talk Cat Dad into chicken bites for dinner. He probably won't be opposed to it. I got these. They're almost like nuggets, but they're real chicken. I got it at Aldi, but it was like Parmesan chicken meatball bite things, and they're really good. And they were like, I was surprised. But it's one of those things, like, if you shop at Aldi, like sometimes they have things, they'll have it, but then they don't, it's not something they carry all the time. So when I went back the other day, they still had them. So I got 2 more bags because we all liked them that much. But, they're really good. I'm a really big fan of their take and bake pizzas too. We had a Papa Murphy's and they closed. Okay, Chloe's tank is finished. I hope she loves it. All right, Nikki, are you ready? I'm going to turn the camera on so it'll move around. Oh, it cut off on me. Let's see. There we go. It's moving around. I'm going to tilt it up. I talked to her this morning. She's feeling better, but like I feel like it would be good if I was walking around, but if I'm just like doing this in the chair and it's moving, like that's kind of weird. But okay, it actually worked that time. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, this one is Chloe's. So it's super cute. She got the high neck and the low back. I did the thicker bands on hers, and I did the thin bands on mine. Yeah, I think if I had it on my cutting table and I was like standing and cutting and doing like putting things away, it would be fine. But I think like just sitting here, if I'm spinning back and forth in the chair, not cool. But yeah, and then this is the one that I made for me. So super cute. I'll take a picture. And well, I think it's kind of jerky because of the way I'm moving. I bet if I was standing and walking, it would be different because it locks on my face. So if I look down, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it some more, but and it could be too the way that I have it on the mount. Um, so we'll see. But anyway, yeah, I think it's fun, and if nothing else, I like it for the fact that I should be able to use it to get um, really good pictures with the remote and stuff because it will move and position itself like on my face. So hopefully, we'll see. Um, but anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Go like the video if you haven't already. My subscriber count is growing daily. Also, if you didn't see, Brittany posted in So Whatever, I think it was this morning, her channel, and lots of other people are dropping their channel link in the comments. Nikki, you need to go post yours if you haven't already. Um, so go check it out. If you have a channel, drop your channel there. And then if you aren't already following any of us, yeah. Uh, thanks, Beth. Yeah, it's in So Whatever, Nikki. I think she posted in Sincerely Jen Patterns group as well, but post your YouTube link on her comment thread. Look for the post from Brittany. So, thanks for hanging out with me. Next week, sweatshirt. Beth, you got this. And I will see everybody later. I am off I'll be at home all week, so I'll probably may randomly go live during the week one day, but it'll be um, probably on the industrial. It won't be doing close. So, anyway, have a great night, everyone. And if I don't see you before then, Happy New Year. Bye.